Hi there, Phil Simborg with a little bit of a cube quandary for you. Match to 9, score is 0-0 or 9 away, 9 away. Blue is on roll. What's the proper cube action here? In case you can't see it, the pip count is blue has 79 and red has 73. I'll be quiet while you think about what the proper cube action is here. Blue on roll. Okay, let's start with the answer and work backwards. The answer is this is a double and a take. And it would be a blunder not to double. And my opponent, who was also a student of mine, said he didn't double because he remembered my saying that when your opponent is on the 4-point or higher, think of the game primarily as a race. Well, that is true when the game primarily is a race. But this game is more going on here. What's going to happen here is because red has crashed, if he rolls a 4, 5, or 6 next time, he's leaving a shot probably in the outfield as well as a shot in here. Now, blue's on roll, and what's going to happen is blue's probably going to move a checker from the 13 point, and it's true that if red rolls a 9 and blue doesn't come in, red can be in pretty good shape. That's a lot of things to happen. He only can roll a 6-3 or a 5-4, which is 4 numbers out of 36, and then he has to hit it, and then 16 times blue does out of 36, blue has to dance for red to be in a pretty strong position. Otherwise, red's going to be the one that's going to be being shot at, and of course if blue picks up both checkers, closes the board, he can win gammons 40% of the time. That's the best case scenario for blue. But more likely than not, he's going to hit this checker or hit the checker on the inside, not get hit back and win the game that way. The other thing that's deceptive about this position is the race isn't that good. It looks like blue's up 6 pips in the race, but if you have learned Keith count or trice or anything that uses adjustments, you'll see that there's quite a bit of wastage for blue. Using the Keith count, it's 2 extra pips for every 1 over 1 on the ace point. There's 6 pips of loss here. 1 extra pip for every 1 more than 1 on the 2 point. There's 2 more pips of loss, and a pip loss for each opening on the 4, 5, or 6 point. So he's got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 10 pips of wastage, whereas blue only has 2, 3, 4 pips of wastage. So the race is actually at 0, is even if you adjust for distribution. And with being even in the race and on roll, that means blue is winning the race. So if there is no hitting action, blue's still got the edge in the race, and he's got the chance of the hitting action as well. That rule of thumb that I gave all my students about the game being primarily a race on the 4-point or higher, if you take this position, let's change it a little bit. Let's make it more into a reasonable racing situation. Okay, now here's a situation where blue is only up 3 pips in the race and on roll. Well, red is not going to be forced to come out with 1 checker right away. How does this game play out? Blue might, first of all, leave him a 9 shot anyway, which is a likely scenario, and he hits that and he wins the game. If he hits it, it's not one of those things where he had the 5 and 6 point open as before. And even if he doesn't hit the 9 shot, eventually blue's got to bring his checkers in and red brings his checkers out. It's only a 3 pip difference in the race. So that's why you would think of this more of a racing game, whereas there is some contact that gets involved that can help both sides. It's possible that blue might be hitting a lone checker from red, but red is the one that gets favored by contact here. So in addition to being down 3 pips in the race and being in the race, he's also got the chance of getting some shots. And another thing that happens in these positions is that in addition to the risk of getting a shot, in order not to leave a shot, blue might be forced to be throwing checkers down to his 1 and 2 point and wasting. Of course, red's going to do some wasting here too. But yes, if your opponent's on the 4, 5, or 6 point, or even your bar point, think of it primarily as a race until it isn't a race anymore, until it's likely to turn into something else. You have to use your logic and reasoning of what's most likely to happen on the next couple of rolls. And you only have to go for the next roll or two in backgammon to really help your cube decisions and your overall strategy decisions. It's usually good enough to give you the right decision for cube and checker play. So that's my lesson for today. These holding games can be tricky, and I hope you got some good rules of thumb today to apply in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. I hope to see you in LA this weekend at the USBGF and Pat Gibson's LA California Championships. See you there. Bye-bye.